Hi, and welcome to 2 Minutes with Hull and Hull. I'm Ian Hull. Today I want to talk a little bit about the issues of extra-provincial estate law matters. And often my clients will come to see me and they'll ask me about what are the rules regarding estates in British Columbia or in Newfoundland or somewhere else other than just Toronto and Ontario where we operate mostly out of. And it can be relevant for a lot of reasons. Sometimes a grandchild lives there, or a son or daughter lives, for example, out west. So I just want to highlight a couple of the important distinctions between the Ontario laws and the British Columbia laws for today. One of them is that the British Columbia has a Wills and Estates and Succession Act. It used to be called the Wills Variation Act, but it allows for the court to much more aggressively step in and change a will. Essentially, the courts are given a broader power. If you choose to cut your child out of your will, the courts have a broader power to step in and get involved and rewrite the will. In Ontario, we don't have that kind of flexibility with our law. So if we want to write a child out of your will, you have a much tougher time in setting that aside than you would in British Columbia. And that's largely because of the fact that our legislation just doesn't accommodate that concept. And it's a concept that's unique to British Columbia. It can be important to a lot of my clients who are trying to think about managing their estate planning and thinking about managing estate planning for their loved ones or assisting them and giving them some thoughts. It's sort of like a marriage contract. Some people want to talk to a spouse when they're about to get married, to a child when they're about to get married, and say, do you think you should get a marriage contract? Well, in this case, if your child or grandchild or friend lives in British Columbia and you're in Ontario, you may want to ask them about what their thoughts are and what protections are being put in place regarding that particular provision called the Wills Variation Act provisions within the Wills statutes in British Columbia. So that's just a quick point and wanted to discuss today. Thanks so much for joining me with 2 Minutes with Hull and Hull.